Well, if you're like me and you need a dryer, you know, you think, well, dryers aren't that heavy, so I think I can handle that myself. So you go to the home improvement store, you pick one out, load it up in your truck, bring it home. Well, now you're going to need to put a cord on that dryer. In this video, I'm going to show you all the steps and what to do on installing a 4-prong dryer cord. So let's get started. Alright, so now we got our dryer, so we're going to go ahead and take this panel off and expose where the wiring for the cord goes. And to do that, we're going to need a 1/4-inch nut driver or a Phillips head screwdriver. But since I have a 1/4-inch nut driver, we'll just use that. Alright, as you can see, we've got a red wire, a white wire, and a black wire. Now, your 4-prong cord is going to come red, white, and black, but it's also going to have a green. So you got a green strap right here. That green screw is what your green wire is going to hook to. But in this particular wiring diagram, it says to go ahead and hook your white and your green right to the middle terminal. So that's what we'll do on this. We've got a black leg, a green leg, a white leg, and a red leg. So what we're going to do is go ahead and fish it through this bracket right here. All right. Go ahead and kind of get everything lined up to where it's going to go onto those screws. Now you'll notice on your cord that you have a crimped edge and a flat edge. You want to put your flat edge against the bracket. So what I'll do is go ahead and remove the screws that the wires connect to. Now when you take these off, you want to make sure they don't fall into the dryer if your cord is higher. You want to make sure you get your fingers on them before you get them completely out. Go ahead and remove them. Alright, so go ahead and grab your red wire, and like I said, you want to make sure that the crimped end is out, facing away from the dryer. When you put this in the screw hole, you want it to be flush. Go ahead and grab a screw. And screw that one in. Snug it up. Now you want to go ahead and grab your white and your green wire. Cross those over from each other. That way they're flat against each other. Go ahead and put your screw in it. Hold it with your finger while you get your driver. And snug that one up. The black one goes on the bottom. You're following your black. Hold that with your finger till you get your driver on it. Put it in the hole and screw it down. And snug it up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop the presses. Here's the problem. This wiring is the most common mistake that people make when wiring up a dryer with a 4-prong cord. They see this wiring strap connected to the ground and they figure they can put the ground to the neutral. Well, that's wrong. Absolutely wrong. So what we need to do on this is to remove this ground from the terminal block. Alright. Now, we also want to remove this strap from that block and reconnect our neutral by itself. Alright, this strap was connected to the neutral. Just because this strap is connected to this green screw, that's there for the 3-wire prong. So I want to go ahead and disconnect the strap and pull it off of the dryer. That we don't need for a 4-prong installation. What we will do now is relocate this ground to this screw hole, since it's way too far to bring it over here. This is the proper way to wire in a 4-wire dryer cord. The whole reason for a 4-wire dryer cord is to isolate the ground from the neutral. And if you wire that neutral and that ground together, you've defeated the whole purpose of a 4-wire cord. So separate your ground and make sure that's installed properly away from the neutral. Take that strap off of there, or if it's connected with a white wire, remove the white wire and put the ground wire where that white wire was, but don't connect the two together. You defeat the purpose for having that 4th wire on your cord, which is actually a ground wire. I'll show you the difference between range receptacles and dryer receptacles. Here's a range receptacle that's actually a surface mount. It's not a mount that goes in the wall. It's not a recessed. It's a surface mount receptacle. You can see right here, you got your ground, and your secondary ground or your middle ground is straight. Then you got your 2 right here. That's a range. The difference is that this is a dryer. You see that L right there? That's a dryer cord. If you're looking at putting in a 3-wire dryer cord, that's what it's going to look like. It's going to have that L ground at the top. If you got a 4-wire dryer cord, that's what that looks like. And then a 4-wire range cord, it's just going to be like that. All your regular terminals are straight with a round ground. Like I said, I showed you this. It's a straight with the ground. All your terminals are straight. That's your range. You don't want to get that mixed up on your dryer. Your range is generally a 50 amp circuit. You don't want to put that on your dryer. Your dryer circuits are going to be normally 30 amps. This is for a 30 amp cord. And that's what that is right there. One thing you definitely don't want to do when you get your cord and it's all bundled up and in the packaging, you don't want to, well, that don't look like it works. That just doesn't look like it's going to work. And then you take and you plug it into your receptacle without it being hooked to your dryer. Can't tell you how many times I've seen that. Tell you what, if you've seen that happen or if you've done that, no judgment, leave me a comment below. But don't test it thinking that it's not going to be right while it's still all bundled up in the package. You definitely want to hook it to the dryer first and then plug it in. Well, congratulations, you just installed a dryer cord. It's not too hard to do. Take your time, follow the instructions, look for the wiring diagram if it's on the back of the dryer and use that. Red, black, and white, and green. That's your 4-wire. And like I said before, you definitely don't want to plug that cord up while it's all bundled up in the packaging. I've seen a lot of times where people will do that not believing that it's right, and they actually trip the main breaker to their home, shut the power off to the whole house, just because they don't believe it's not right. Just make sure that you're buying a dryer cord for a dryer, and make sure you have a dryer receptacle, and everything will be fine. So, thanks for watching. This is Dan Jiles with Let's Fix It. I'll see you soon. Hey.